All right, well, happy Friday. Welcome back to the Dad Cave's daily vlogs, right? Bet y'all were wondering if I was even going to upload. I know you probably thought it's like, it's late. He forgot already. No. Um, I'm actually really liking this kind of idea, this kind of format, this just quick video creation method that's just stripped down, no fancy anything, no fancy. Well, okay, I'm using my lighting, but just basic, just raw, just again, me, camera. You guys think it's pretty cool. So, got a lot of positive feedback about doing daily vlogs. So I will do everything I can to stay motivated and find more ways to connect with you guys through these daily vlogs. And I thought what I would do and share with you today is what I'm working on. And this weekend's going to be a really busy weekend as well. So let's first start off with we just had our first ever guest on the new podcast on the channel. That was Friday Workshop. So if you guys got a chance to check that out, thank you. I appreciate it. For those who still haven't, make sure you head on over to my page. Well, you should be on my page. Make sure you go and you check it out. But it was a really cool interview with Matt and Dom from Friday Workshop. So they were the very first guest of the new podcast, which, by the way, I completely spaced during that podcast and completely forgot the name that I attached to the podcast. I've gone through and I've been playing with names back and forth, and I finally landed on what I think is an appropriate title for it. And in case you haven't seen it or you don't know, that podcast is called the Creative Mindset Podcast. I thought that kind of summed everything up with what I'm trying to achieve in that podcast. Not only with interviewing other makers, other channels, to find out what their creative mindset is like, but then also to share some of my instincts, some of my thoughts, and just to ultimately help to build that creative concept and those creative ideas that we all are probably striving so much to achieve in just the daily the daily tinkering that those of us do that have shops or that do crafts or that just enjoy DIY as a hobby. So I think it kind of sums up what I want to achieve, and I don't know. It's one of those things where it came to me, and thankfully I have my new little notebook that I've been writing in all year round. It's only been this month. I just started in January, but I'm liking it, and this is where I've been keeping all my ideas. So, speaking of podcasts, I'm actually working on the next episode podcast right now. This is scheduled for, I have to double check the date, but I believe it's going to be the Sunday after the Super Bowl, which I believe is the 18th. Funny story, I initially had our guest lined up for the podcast on the day of Super Bowl. I didn't realize it until like 10:30 at night, and then I'm like, oh, dear God. I had to send him a message. I'm like, dude, we got to change it because I'm not going to be competing with the Super Bowl, the one of the greatest sports games to, there's no way I'm going to compete. So, anyhow, for those of you that don't know, the person that is going to be our next guest on the podcast, his name is Rick. He is he is over at the Weekend Woodshop. So if you get a chance, you want to check out a little bit of his content early, head on over to his channel, check it out. I'll link to his channel in the description as well. And I'm just going to tell you, he's got some really cool stuff happening over there. And he's actually made some of his own power tools. And if you want to know more about that, make sure you tune into the podcast, because that is something we are going to cover, we're going to discuss. But definitely go check out his videos. He's got some cool stuff happening over there. And he was also part of the collaboration that I did recently with Friday Workshop and the other channels where we made play buttons for each other. He was part of that collaboration as well. So, like I said, looking forward to having him on the show. It's going to be a really cool podcast, I think. So, I hope you guys get a chance to check it out. What's happening this weekend in the Dad Cave? It's going to be a busy weekend. Got a market coming up, not this weekend, but the following weekend, weather permitting. Hopefully I don't get rained out. But I'm going to be doing a lot of laser engraving. I've already done a lot. Got to get everything finalized, start getting this stuff clear coded, and getting ready for that. So if you guys want to see maybe some behind the scenes of that, maybe stick around. Um, Make sure your notifications are turned on. Click on that bell, turn on notifications. And I think I might just do a behind the scenes video from inside the Dad Cave. I haven't done a shop tour since I think 2022. I think I did one in 2022 or 2000. I forget when I did, but it was like a year or 2 years ago. It's a lot different now. Some things have changed. I don't have all the same layout, but maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll be a little behind the scenes treat for you guys, so you can check it out. And maybe we can even get some video of the laser going. I can show you guys some of the stuff I'm working on to take to the market, and get you guys' feedback. Tell me what you think. So maybe I'll do it as a live stream too. I don't know. We'll see. Lot of maybes, a lot of possibilities. But either way, planning to do another vlog tomorrow. So gonna do what I can, like I said, to keep up, stay motivated, and keep doing these daily vlogs, because ultimately I think it's going to help me as a creator, but then also I think it builds a better connection within the community that I'm trying to create here on the channel. So that's the idea, that's the plan, and it also gives me a chance to kind of think outside the box, get out of my comfort zone a little bit, which is something I think that all of us could probably benefit from in some form or another. I think if we keep ourselves just comfortable, we don't see any growth. We don't see growth. We don't see any improvement. And I think it's doing something that's out of your comfort zone, I think, is a really good way to spark creativity. Just create an overall feeling of, wow, I just can't think right now. I said I'm not going to do any editing on this. I might just cut that piece out. Ultimately, stepping out of your comfort zone, getting out of what your norm is going to challenge you. It's going to make you grow in ways that you didn't think were possible. Not only from from a personal standpoint, but also from a professional standpoint. And I think ultimately it's that out of the box thinking and getting outside what your normal everyday parameters are that is going to bring you that next level genius that maybe all of us are trying to achieve. So that's the idea. That's the plan. Hope you guys will join me for it. Hope you stick around. So be ready. Tomorrow, another daily vlog coming at you guys. And if you want to check it out, like I said, make sure that notification bell is turned on, and we will get the vlog done tomorrow. Probably will do it early in the morning as I'm working on other stuff. So anyhow, happy Friday. I hope you all enjoy your weekend, and I hope you all tune in tomorrow for a little behind the scenes tour of Inside the Dad Cave. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.